Bor, a city of 76,000 on the banks of the Volga, and its Stalin monument. Its owner is Alexei Zorov, a businessman and fan of the Soviet dictator.
This is a monument to Joseph Stalin. It was put up on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of the Soviet people's victory over Nazi Germany, a tribute to the Generalissimo, the commander-in-chief, the one who saved the world from fascism.
Zorov put this statue up on his land last year, and he plans to open a Stalin museum soon.
Here there will be a building, 20 meters by 14. It will be a big building of around 1,000 square meters. It's our history. It's the history of the Soviet Union and of Russia. It's the history of every person who lives in Russia.
Сталин – это мой герой. Я давно ждал что-то подобное. Какой-то памятник, признание его заслуг.
Как ты относишься к Сталину? С интересом. С интересом сказала. Скажи, генералиссимус, да?
Обалдели. Шли, увидели памятник Сталину. С чего бы это? Дед мой в лагерях сгинул, прадед. Расстреляли в 1938 году.
A bloody tyrant who murdered millions of his fellow citizens, or the heroic leader who won a war that cost 20 million Soviet lives. Opinions in Bor, as elsewhere in Russia, are divided over Stalin, with many who are unsure what they think.
Будем ждать музея. Что, какой он будет на Земле? Что там будет в этом музее? Очень интересно.
Anna's window now looks out directly onto Stalin. And though she wasn't consulted about it in advance, she's not particularly bothered.
Мы все время гадали, что это будет вообще такое. Мы думали, просто дом будет какой-то. А потом уже поняли, что это, оказывается, Сталин. Нормально отреагировали. Как же он столько сделал для России.
А вы задумывались вот над этим периодом, над репрессиями, над сталинским периодом?
Да нет, наверное, не задумывалась. Если начнешь думать, то будешь, не знаю, негативно, наверное, скорее всего, думать. А это же история наша. Зачем ее?
For his part, Alexei Zorov would like to see Stalin statues everywhere.
By rights, they should be put back up in the places where they used to stand. And I've observed that many people in Russia have started putting up statues and busts of Joseph Stalin.
Made redundant by Bor's glass factory in the early 2000s, Alexei and his mother now run their own business.
We make window panes here, all kinds of windows for homes, vehicles, and industry.
Enough to finance Alexei's great passion. The businessman and his mother will hear nothing of Stalin's repressions and their victims.
That's a historical fake spread by certain individuals. Everything they say about the millions of dead is just rubbish, to strike another blow against Stalin, the dead lion.
Yet the Zorov family too suffered from the terrible famine that followed Stalin's forced collectivization. And Nadezhda's grandfather died after a spell in prison. But she doesn't blame Stalin.
It wasn't Stalin who came to arrest him, but local officials. Why should Stalin be held responsible? Should Putin be held responsible for what I do, for example, because he's head of state?
Feeding this denialism, there is a national obsession in Russia with all things military. Many in Bor are delighted at the prospect of a museum celebrating Stalin.
Стоит, потому что это эпоха. Это...
Ну да, это должны молодежь наша знать, нашу историю.
Он развил промышленность, да, возможно, какими-то варварскими методами. СССР, во-первых, вышел из войны, вышел с промышленностью. Он делал так, как мог.
So, what do Russians really think about Joseph Stalin? In Moscow, we asked Kirill Rogov, a political scientist. He told us the answer is far from clear.
Russians' relationship to Stalin is very similar to Germans' relationship to Hitler before the second wave of denazification. There are the convinced anti-Stalinists, the convinced Stalinists, and in between them, a mass of citizens who know about both positions but don't know which is the right one. This reflects the ambiguous relationship to Stalin cultivated by the Russian political elite.
Homages to Stalin are, in any case, no longer remotely taboo. And Russia is in the process of closing down Memorial, the biggest NGO devoted to the memory of the Soviet repressions.